Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the three men that survived 14 days at sea. What's good, everybody? Hope you guys like this content. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you could get my videos every time they drop. So I got a lot of videos that I'm going to be dropping this week. Shout out to Jersey Joe. Part 2 of that interview is done. It will be out. I think I'm going to drop that one Wednesday. I have an interview with Gavin Good. That one is finished. Part 1 will be coming this week, probably tomorrow. But let's get into this first story. It's insane. So there's these Nigerian men who jumped on the back of this it's like a tanker, container ship. They jumped on the rudder. I don't know how they managed to get on the rudder of a tanker ship, but I got a video to share with you guys. Let's get into it. Now, this is when they found them.
Sure.
Can you imagine sitting on that rudder for 14
I was going
days?
to Europe. And then all of a sudden I found myself here in Brazil at Espírito Santos, Vitoria. So when the federal police came, I don't even know where I was. Number one, I don't even know where I was. So the federal police came and they asked, "Do you know where you are?" I said, "No." I was a person that was sitting on the block of the vessel. So they came and they asked, do you know where you are? I said, "No." And they said, "This is Brazil." That was the first thing they said, "This is Brazil." I said, "Wow, this is Brazil." I made it to Brazil. I'm happy. I'm a free citizen of Nigeria. In Nigeria, you don't.
Now that is crazy. 2 whole weeks this dude survived hanging on to this rudder. There was like 3 other people up there with him. There's like a little place in there where they can sit and everything. It's crazy. Like,
have your right. So I kept on thinking what to do.
first thing is, how did they get on the rudder? And the second thing is, did the people on the boat know that anybody was there? Like, how did they get spotted?
I didn't tell anybody that I'm planning to leave the country because number one, I don't have a passport.
Boom. So he's a stowaway. That's what he just confirmed what we were just asking. He wanted to leave the country. He jumped on this rudder and he hung on. He hung on for 14 days. And he made it from Nigeria all the way to Brazil. That is insane.
I don't have visa. I don't even have money to process for visa. So I live by the highlands. I looked, there are foreign vessels coming. So I decided if I have an opportunity to enter a vessel, I don't care to know where they are taking me to. I pray the government of Brazil and Casamento, the migrant, should have pity on me, have mercy on me to maybe look for a better job.
Definitely, man. That takes some
The journey was so dangerous.
cojones to do that. I mean, he set his mind to it and he was like, I'm getting out of here. And he figured a way to do it on the rudder. I mean, it's crazy that that part of the boat isn't underwater because normally it would be, right? I would imagine if it has, if the container ship has all these containers on the top, it makes it go lower in the water. So if they had more containers on this boat, these dudes wouldn't have been able to hold on to that. They would have been underwater. So you got to give it to this guy. He held on for 2 weeks in the ocean. Who knows what type of weather they were dealing with? Just sitting there on the rudder of a boat.
In my life, I will never try that again.
It was a terrible experience for me.
This dude, it was terrible. I'll see if I can reach out to these dudes and see if one of them will come on the show.
Being the first time, I've never tried that before, but because I already made up my mind to leave, so I just summoned the courage, but then it's not easy, seeing the ship, shaking, I was so scared. But I'm here in Brazil.
Yeah, but so now do they get to stay in Brazil? Like, what's the deal with that? Because they entered the country illegally. So will Brazil let them stay? I wonder what's going on with that. Those are some huge balls. Excuse my language. There are no other words. Bensonhurst, that fit. I'm trying my best. That's amazing. Hey, man, it just goes to show you what people will go through to, for freedom and to live a normal life, as they would say. I mean, it's not like if you come over here to America, you're going to get a normal life, because you're not. Because it's pretty insane here right now with everything that's going on. And there's really no words for it, But anyway, there's so many different things going on in the news right now. Let's talk about Mr. Ray Lewis's son passed away, and his cause of death has been revealed. Ray Lewis's cause of death has been revealed. The autopsy found alcohol, alprazolam, which is Xanax or Valium, fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamines, and other drugs in his system during his death. First responders attempted to administer Narcan when they found him unresponsive and naked in the Orlando home. However, the medicine had no effect and Lewis couldn't be revived. Ray Lewis III was pronounced dead on June 14, 2023, at the age of 28 years old. In his death's aftermath, his family, Ray Lewis Sr., and his siblings posted a tribute message to their late family member. With the news first shared by his younger brother, Rashawn, to his Instagram story. I really can't believe I'm even typing this, but RIP, big brother. It's really sad, man. We will see you again, the NFL legend said in a church in Florida. 28 years watching my firstborn child. Thought it was crazy running up and down the sidelines. Everybody that's here in this room today for my son, from the deepest corners of my family's heart, thank you. Rest in peace to Ray Lewis's son. It's a terrible situation. He was only 28 years old, too. He had a whole life ahead of him. It's sad, man, because you never really know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying? And if you or someone you know is out there struggling, man, Reach out to someone, give them a minute, talk to them, see what's going on, ask them about, hey, are you good? Everything all right with you? Because if you don't do it, who's going to do it? Don't just ignore the situation. A lot of people are like yes men. They just, if they see the problem, they won't say anything. Well, fuck all that. Now this dude has to go without his son. Kid young, man. He should never have to deal with that. 28 years old. I never thought I would make it to be as old as I am, but I'm here. So I got to make the best with the time I have. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to better myself every day as a person. I try to polish my craft. I try to bring you guys the best content I possibly can. And I got some really good shows on the way. I'm going to be dropping one at 3:00 today. Part 2 of Scott Bernstein's interview. So you guys don't want to miss that one. The mafia expert himself. We talked about this yesterday, but rest in peace to Pee Wee Herman. If you guys don't know, Sinead O'Connor passed away too. And another thing that's going on in the news, Celine Dion. There's a fake death hoax about Celine Dion. So I guess people are on the internet saying that Celine Dion's passed away, but it's not true. I don't know why they do stuff like that. But you guys are going to like this one. I am working on part 2 of Sammy the Bullshitter. About how he was a straight up hairdresser for quite a while. And how his gay relationship was going to be revealed. And he only really had one choice: to kill the guy who was going to reveal his misdeeds, and he was going to reveal it to the family. And you know what would have happened to Sammy then? He would have been done. So what happened? Sammy killed him, like he does to all of the people in his past who whether he wants their business or anything, man. Losing a brother myself, I am sympathetic. Definitely, man. No way, say it ain't so. It's so, man. He was a straight up hairdresser. Went through, he was the only male in the class. Now, why? Why, Sammy? You weren't there to get some tail, Sammy. You know what he was there for, right? He was there for the other clients. He was there for the clients that came in. That was this picture. Oh, Jersey Joe's interview is going to be out too. I'm dropping that very soon. So Sammy the Bottom Bull. Sammy the Bottom Bull was a hairdresser. And he had a homosexual relationship that was going to be exposed. And that's why he killed Nick Scabetta. So I'm going to dive deep into this very soon. And you guys are going to know everything. The FBI has reports on it and everything. So this is not just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? How can we get you out there, Staxx? I can ride the rudder, bro. I can ride the rudder. Just like these guys did, Nigerian guys. Thank you, man. You said part one was really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. So part 2 of Larry Mazza, Jersey Joe, Scott Bernstein. There's a whole bunch that are going to be dropped. Boom, 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 boom. Whole bunch. You did a great job. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bensonhurst OG. Appreciate that. Trying to bring you guys some quality entertainment. There's another story I wanted to talk about real quick. So there is a lot of people who have been going on these crazy diets, right? Like fruit diets and things like that. So this one woman, she went on an all fruit diet and she died. She died from starvation because you cannot just eat fruit. It doesn't work like that. People think like you can just eat fruit, it's healthy, so hey, I'll just eat fruit and everything will be good. No, that's not how it goes. So her name is Angus Cloud, dead at age 25. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong one. Hold on. A vegan influencer has died from starvation and exhaustion after diet change. A vegan influencer, raw food influencer who lived on a diet of exotic fruits have reportedly died from starvation and exhaustion. Zayana Samsonska, originally from Russia, had been living in Southeast Asia and eating an exclusive raw vegetarian diet consisting of fruits, sunflower seeds, sprouts, fruit smoothies, and juices for the past 5 years. However, her eating habits became worryingly in the last few months, according to her life's friends. The 40-year-old, known as Zanaya online, passed away on July 21st, reportedly from an infection, exhaustion of the body by a vegan diet. Her mother told the Russian newspaper cause of death is not yet determined, as her family is trying to get her body back to Russia. The food blogger's mom told news outlets that she was supposed to fly home on the day of her death, but did not approve of her daughter's extreme diet and tried to convince her to introduce her to a more balanced eating habits, but she refused. There are a lot of people that are doing this type of stuff, just eating fruit and things. I mean, I'll show you a picture. Yeah, anorexia, it's probably most likely the culprit here, you know. There's a lot of people out there who go through this type of stuff. This is the woman right here who passed away. She was really young, man. But fruit doesn't have all the nutrition and things that your body needs. You know what I'm saying? You can't just eat fruit. What's good, Lions? How you doing, man? Her body shut down, start consuming itself. That's what happened. And then on the other end of the spectrum, right, you got these people who can't stop eating. They're like 800 pounds. They have that show, My 800-Pound Life, or My 400, whatever pounds it is. And that's insane. Like, I can't imagine. I know what it's like to gain a lot of weight and then lose it. And then I gained a lot of weight at one point. I was around 230, if you guys can believe that. I was 230 pounds. But I've been on a really good diet lately. I've been working out and things, so feel really healthy, and it's about time. You know what I'm saying? I never really cared about my health back in the day. I just going along through life. Now that I'm older, people, once you get older, you really have a change of the way you think. And all right, we got another story for you guys. So, jury has posed to deliberate death penalty and life sentence for gunman in Pittsburgh synagogue massacre. So, a jury is set to deliberate whether to impose the death penalty or a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. For the man who spewed anti-Semitic hate before fatally shooting 11 worshippers in a synagogue in the heart of Pittsburgh's Jewish community. The same jurors who convicted 50-year-old Robert Browers in June on 63 criminal counts listed to closing arguments Monday in the death penalty phase of his federal trial, which nearly 5 years after the truck driver in suburban Baldwin perpetrated the deadly attack on Jews in the U.S. history. The extent of which mental illness and Bauer's difficult childhood played a role in the massacre, determining dominant by lawyers' argument against capital punishment. The jury is expected to get the case and begin deliberation. So I guess they have to deliberate on whether or not they're going to give him the death penalty. And most likely, I mean, he killed 11 people, so most likely he'll probably get the death penalty, man. Yeah, I'm about 175 right now. But I'm in shape, man. I'm probably probably not the best shape of my life, but I know this is probably the best I've ever taken care of myself, you know? And I suggest you guys do the same. If you guys are struggling with drug addiction, any kind of addiction, you can get help for it. You don't have to be stuck in the repeated cycle of misery. And that shit will always be there. You can always go back to it. Just give yourself a chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get off the subject, but I've been watching your channel and for more than a minute, and I really like it. I like the people. I think you're going to do good in videos and great in music. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I have a new intro I'm working on. I wrote something pretty it's pretty cool, man. And I'm working on some new stuff. I want to try to get better. So I've been reaching out to different people. The music in the beginning really sets the tone for what's to come, and it gives you a great to be to a horror show. What is a documentary? Well planned out content is very good. Thank you, man. I'm a recovering addict. I've been clean for over 30 years. Congratulations, man. That's huge. Do it again, man. Whenever people tell me that, how clean they are, to say, do it again. Do it again, man. You could do it again. Recovery is everything to me. But, I mean, it's different for everybody. Recovery is a process for everyone. It's a different journey for everyone. You guys can go about it different ways. But thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Trying to keep it positive. I don't want to be like these guys that are all attacking people and all this crap. I don't got no time for that. I'm trying to progress, not digress. And I don't care how much money they throw at you or any of that shit. It ain't worth it, man. These people, it's just a waste of time. Definitely, man. Still take it one day at a time. I am very grateful for where I am in my life today. Took a lot of work to get here, but it's worth it. And for anybody out there who's struggling, just give yourself a chance. There's other people who can contest to what I'm saying, and it's worth it. The misery will always be there. Your misery is refundable. And for these people who like to comment, so I posted a little clip of something. Someone was talking shit saying, "You're not sober. You want to be posting stuff like that if you were sober." Man, all that projection, go do it to somebody else, man. Because really, all the negative input, save that shit, man. Put it in the suggestion box. You guys remember what that is, right? It's right in the bathroom. It's right by the sink in the bathroom. Everyone's got one. But anyway, man, rest in peace to Joe Lewis's son. Very sad situation. Sinead O'Connor passed away too. Like all this craziness going on. Like she passed away in New Jersey, I heard, in a hotel room by herself. It's pretty sad. You go from being like a mega famous artist to being alone. It's how life is. In the end, really all you have is yourself. Listen to this one. The drug dealer in the overdose death of actor Michael K. Williams is sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Crazy. Here, I got a video for you guys. So this is the drug dealer who sold him the drug. He only got 2.5 years in prison. Phil Bell, what's up, man? How have you been?
The drug dealer tied to the overdose death of actor Michael K. Williams has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Federal prosecutors say Carlos Macy was part of a 4-man crew that sold drugs in Brooklyn, including the drugs that claimed the actor's life in Brooklyn in 2021. During yesterday's sentencing, Williams' nephew recommended compassion for the defendant. And David Simon, the co-creator of the TV show The Wire, wrote a letter to the judge a few weeks ago pushing for leniency in the sentencing.
What? Well, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. So the son of Michael K. Williams was pushing for leniency, and the writer of The Wire wrote letters to the judge to push for leniency for the drug dealer who gave Michael K. Williams drugs that killed him. Crazy, man. Like, they probably were making a lot of bread off him. You know how they do when famous people hit the drug spot, they tax them hard like crazy. If you guys don't know, Yeah, that happened a while ago, man. The Wire and Vice still post him daily. Yeah, he had a lot of content out there, man. A real lot of content. Like, he was filming things every day almost. I try to pump out a video at least every day. At least once a day. Once in a while, I'll skip a day here and there, but I like to stay consistent. So there is some drama on the 1090 Jake plane right now. So if you guys don't know, Mr. 1090 Jake exposed one of the police officers in the YMW Melly trial. There was an officer who had a Pushisti mask covering his face. He was testifying in the trial. And somehow 1090 Jake name got brung up, right? 1090 Jake felt the need to go at the federal officer. That's one thing you don't do. Like, why would you expose a police officer? Like, you're crazy, man. They're not gonna, I don't think they're just gonna lay down and take that, man. He said he said 1090 Jake was the head of it, right? Was the head of his set. That's what it was. He said that he was the head of the set. And so he exposed them on No Jumper. Let me see if I can get a video of it. Now, you don't think there's going to be repercussions from 1090 Jake doing that? I can almost guarantee you there will be. Because they don't, police aren't going to let you just do whatever you want, man. A lot of these people, man, they think they could just do and say whatever they want with no repercussions. But trust me, there's repercussions. All right, here we go. 1090 Jake exposes a police officer. Let's get into it. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Hit the like button. I guarantee you, this little part right here is there's gonna be major repercussions behind him doing this. Major. He's not gonna be able to get out of it.
Finish, and that's gonna be fucking crazy. Okay, so based on what you've seen, how do you think that's gonna turn out?
I don't know. That shit's hectic. I feel like Melly's gonna beat it.
Really?
I don't know if that means Portland will too, though. Because it's like, if they can't prove Melly killed anyone, Melly's off, but Portland was still riding around with two bodies. So now they have to, because he's not just charged with the murder, he's charged with accessory. So it's like, I don't know. That shit's crazy. I think Melly got a good chance, though.
Yeah, I mean, everybody from his camp has always been weirdly positive about it, like Track and Drew and shit. They've always
overly positive.
Yes.
I've spoken to all of them behind the scenes. Not
Right.
Melly, obviously, but I've spoken to Track and all of them. And there's like
This
no
dude got a
hesitation.
22 jersey on. Like, how you can't like dick ride this dude any harder, man. This dude goes there with a 22 jersey on.
Positive outcome.
Right.
No, I know he's good.
Which I normally feel like you're used to people acting like their homie's gonna get out of jail and beat it, right?
This is the thing, is I knew that there was a lot of bullshit in his case when I got brought up. Because I'm involved in the Melly case.
Right. What did they say about you?
The undercover detective who testified with the mask on said I'm one of the most highest and respected members of G-Shine, the same gang that Melly is allegedly a part of. Mind you, I don't know Melly.
Right.
Nobody I know knows Melly. So that right there doesn't.
Okay, so this dude says that. So why would you put yourself in it and be like, okay, you want to talk about it? Now I'm going to shoot back at the police? Like, it's just crazy, man. So the dude said, oh, he's a part of it. And, could have worked with the boy in Minnesota. Weirdo. You're damn right, man. Why do you think I'm back on the East Coast? I can't be around them people, man. Straight up sex trafficking shit, man. I got no time for any of that shit, man.
Make any sense. This gang detective said he got this information from a confidential source in Broward County, which makes me think of Pino. Because who else would say some fucking retarded shit like that?
Wow.
But he's making it seem like he's the gang guy, right? So I would assume he looks the part, this and that, but nobody knows because he had the mask on. And he's acting like he's infiltrating gangs, this and that. Well, I found out what he looks like.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right, so he said he found out who this undercover detective looks like. Now, this guy that he's talking about is an investigator for the police. Like, he's an undercover agent for the gang task force. Now, look at 1090 Jake's face. He's all smiling like this is a joke. Like, this is stuff you don't want to get involved in, man, at all. Like, not even a little bit. Especially this dude puts up the guy's wife out there and all this other shit. Let's get back to it.
So
he blames it on the officer's wife. Watch this shit.
Listening to the case, Melly's lawyer said searching on Cash App brings up a picture of him, his kid, and his wife. So when you type in a phone number on Cash App, it'll bring up that person, right? That's one way you can search for people, try to find out who they are.
I usually drop videos around 3 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Eastern. Those are around the times that I usually like to drop content. 3 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys want to know, that's usually the time my videos will be dropping. 3 p.m., 9 p.m. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, I really appreciate it. You can donate through Cash App. It's Bill Staxx 2021. Don't forget the $. Bill Staxx 2021. Every dollar goes right back into the show. Try to bring you the best content I can. Let's get back into it.
So which camera you want me to go ahead and...
Yo, watch what he says
was...
right here. 1090 Jake gives this piece of paper to Adam 16 and he says, here, you show it. So if there's any legal ramifications, you get in trouble. Watch how he does this shit. It's funny.
It'll probably be good. Yeah, or maybe we
how about this? How about you hold it?
Okay.
So that way if there's any legal issues, it'll go on you and not me. But
yo, you hear that? Did you hear what he just said? All right, let's play that again.
Good, yeah. Or maybe
how about this? How about you hold it?
Okay.
So that way, if there's any legal issues, it'll go on you and not me. But
this nice bearded chap right here.
So this is Danny Polo, the gang detective investigator that undercover, whatever the fuck, testified in the YNW Melly case. That picture right there was brought up in court, and the lawyer said, "Is this you?" He said, "Yeah." "Is this you with your wife?" "Yeah." "All right, so why do you need a mask on?" Because he claims there's a $50,000 hit on his head. First off, how do you put a hit on somebody and you don't know who they are? If they put a hit on you, they know who.
All right, listen. So obviously, if they put a hit on him, they know who he is, right? But now 1090 Cake is putting this guy's real information out there. So now they really know who he is. Maybe before they just thought he was an undercover officer, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get this guy, blah, blah, blah. But now they know this guy's identity because of him. And why you would do this is just beyond me. This is like kind of committing professional unaliving. You know what I'm saying? It's like unaliving yourself for clout. It's insane. I don't get it. Without a doubt, I agree with you on that one. No question. There will be repercussions. So full circle, goes around, comes around. 100%, man. Yeah, listen, I know I know that. But you don't want to poke the bear, man. Why would you? Bruno, what's good? So, how are you, man? Thank you for joining me today. And then he said, here, you show the picture, just if there's any legal ramifications, because he knows there's going to be legal ramifications for him doing this. They are going to find a way to get him locked up. Mark my words. They will find a way to get 1090 Jake locked up for doing this.
Who you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Second off, how are you this sloppy? Because it wasn't just the Cash App, it was her Gmail account too. Had a picture of them. And then once you figure that out, I mean, you can simply just Google Danny Polo and find out his wife is a real estate agent from Miami. And then you see everyone that lives in the household. You see all this is public information. Speaking on Florida. So if you're in that fear for your life, why are you so sloppy with everything that's online? Because then once you start showing and all these pictures, you can see it's clearly him. The eyes, the beard. I mean, here's another one right here.
What gang sign is this?
Man, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be.
I need to memorize that.
He said
see, you're right, man. They could hit him with a RICO because poke the bear, you're gonna get bit. Damn right, man. They could hit him with a RICO because he's generating money off his YouTube channel. He's always talking about how he's in a gang and gang this and blood that. What do you think they're gonna do? What's he gonna do when they come to him with an indictment for a RICO charge for being in the blood gang and, whether he's paying money for the advancements of the organization or any of that? What do you think he's going to do then? No, he's not going to do anything. He's going to go to jail is what he's going to do. He's going to go to prison. Eli, how are you, man?
Cool. He said he's a fan of the music. Okay. But I mean, this is the first undercover gang detective that I've ever looked into and exposed. And it seemed like really his wife exposed him because she's the one that put the pictures out there.
Right.
So all of these pictures.
And now 1090 Jake is talking about his wife exposed him. No, she didn't. You did, Jake. You're the one that's bringing this shit to light. You're the one that's got the pictures and all this shit showing everybody. Just make sure when they come back around to collect for this, you remember why they're there. And this is the reason right here.
Are publicly available, but they hid his face in the trial for whatever reason because he feels like there's this thing on his head, whatever, which I don't see true. But at the same time, you decided to put me in the fucking case saying that I'm this and that when that could have an impact on my personal life. So he wants to hide his face.
Yeah, but listen, 1090 Jake is always out there saying gang this, gang that, gang this, gang that. So now what? So now an undercover officer goes on, is at a trial, and he says that you're in this gang that you openly admit to being in, and now that can have detrimental repercussions on your life now? You're making no sense there, 1090.
They put it on everyone else, and then come to find out.
I'm gonna show you something. Let me give you an example so you guys can know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of how why 1090 Jake would go to prison. Okay, I'll give you a quick example, and it's really not hard to see. It's right there, you know. Now you guys will see it for yourself. Here we go. Are you ready for this, people? Now, this is 1090 Jake's Instagram. Now, 1090 Jake is a felon, all right? Now, you tell me if he done fucked up. This is his Instagram. Here he is with his crew, flexing real hard. Everyone's throwing up gang signs. He's in the middle, you know? Hold on, it gets better. It gets better. Here he is in the club, stacks of money everywhere. Here he is.
Me, but they don't want y'all to know that they fuck with me. Cause if I do a video on them, they're gonna act like they never fucked with me. And I ain't even talking about Kodak. I done spoke to rappers bigger than Kodak. But speaking on Kodak, you made a video dissing me, saying I'm snitching for talking about the lyrics that somebody lost their bitch to 6ix9ine. And apparently it wasn't Anwell whose bitch was in the video. Apparently it was somebody else. But staying on the lyrics, it says you a one-man army. You ain't never need a click. But I wanted to interview you about how when you was a one-man army in the feds, you were rocking behind.
Cow, love cow.
Where's that post at, man? I'm looking for this one post to show you guys. All that money, IRS, they're going to be looking right into him. Bam. Where's all that money going? What you doing with it all? They want to know. They're going to want to know. Just because of your little video talking about the police, man. You can't do that type of shit. There's one video on here. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you do that, man?
I'm a savage. I gotta go.
All right, you see Jake at this mansion, right? Okay. Is that a mansion? Blah, blah, blah. All right. If you guys don't know, this dude is a Fed. Fresh and Fit podcast. The dude on the left, he used to be a Fed. He's from New Britain, Connecticut. all throwing up gang signs. Let me get this other one. Hold on. There's one video I want to show you to kind of prove my point. This type of shit right here. Okay, right? And then he posts shit like this. What do you think the feds are going to say when they see pictures like this, man? They're going to be like, and then he's playing games like, oh, I don't have one. Oh, it's just a box. And then there's other videos with him being in the video, right? And then he'll walk away and then the other people will all have guns and shit. It's just crazy. Like he's like tempting fate. I don't know why. Out of state, just made it, made a hood name, throw bloods on it, be crazy as fuck to me on Crip Street. Like, come on, man. We'll see what happens in the future. But listen, it's just like, when will these people learn, man? When? Yo, fuck Scuzzo. Go to the bathroom. Suggestion box, bro. All right? I forgot to do that for you yesterday. So there you go. Yeah, man. You getting flashbacks? It's like, damn, why would you just hand everything to him on silver platter, man? You know why? Because these people are stupid. Dumb as hell. There's quite a bit of them out there. And they'll never learn until one day it's too fucking late. But it's all good, because that's not the type of life I live anymore. And that's why I'm here. I'm trying to show people that you don't have to keep living that type of life. You can step away, you can go far away from it, and you could be successful at what you want to do in life. You don't need to be stuck in the same bullshit all the time. Misery is refundable. Remember, I told you that. And if you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you could get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad. Peace.